this winter I want to do something unique, so I learned about the rich history of Maharashtra and Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. And there are actually close to 400 forts in Maharashtra.
Radio City 95 FM Arunmi Ahitakatak Pratham, and today we have special guest all the way from Chennai, but actually he hails from the Belgium.
Correct.
And Peter, tell me about your journey, because everyone is following you on Instagram and they are just getting updates. Now you are on that fort, now you're on this fort. So what exactly you're doing with the life?
Yeah, so this winter I want to do something unique, so I learned about the rich history of Maharashtra and Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. And there are actually close to 400 forts in Maharashtra. So I spent a couple of weeks putting a big map together all the way from Nasik to Satra, Kolhapur, Mumbai, Pune, and put like 200 forts on the map. Clearly planned the trail from the base to the forts to the top. And then actually for the last 2 months I've been kind of ticking off some 6 to 8 forts every day.
6 to 8 forts every day!
I'm a bit of an ultra runner in the background.
Okay.
I used to run 100 kilometers in one stretch. So I go light and fast.
Alright, which fort you like the most?
Yeah, one special area, I would say, two special areas you could say. One, as I mentioned, is Bandardara, where you have a AMK traverse, which is unique. You need a little bit of technical gears to get up there. You have the beautiful Ratangat with the pinhole, which is beautiful. And then also one thing that's special, close to my heart, because I used to do a lot of hiking in deep jungles in and around south in Chennai, is Mahabaleshwar. So there you have some deep jungles, like to get from Chandragat through virgin jungle towards Arthur Seats in old Mahabaleshwar.
As I can visualize each and every forest as you're mentioning. So tell me, what are the people reactions on your journey when you visit the village?
Yeah.
The first reactions you got it?
Yeah, similar to the Himalayas, when they see like one outsider coming, so first they look and then they see whether there is a guide coming behind or the other people coming along with me. But when they see you're actually like a foreign traveler all by yourself, and no guides, carrying your own stuff, then they're quite surprised. Initially they are a bit concerned, how are you gonna get there, how you might get lost and stuff. But once I show them a couple of pictures, look, I've already done 50 or 100 forts, then they say okay. And then when you end up in a peaceful place at the base of any forts in the evening, time to settle down, then immediately that hospitality is there. Like people offer tea, stay, nice foods, fresh homemade food. So that's actually energizes me then to make up for the lost calories of the day.
Amazing. So at the same time you're actually having calories, at the same time you're burning it. Okay, as you are telling me the story that you have been to Harishchandragarh, correct?
Yeah.
And there you had Bhakri Pitla for the first time.
Correct.
So what was the situation then?
Yeah, so there we ended up somewhere in the evening. That was already the second or the third fort that day. It's quite a steep climb, so we burned quite a lot of calories. And then at one place we tried descending through a lesser known route, but we got stuck, so we had to come back. And looking at, you have a beautiful drop there from the Deccan Plateau until the Konkan Plains, which is very beautiful. We saw the sun setting down, so we thought that this is the perfect place to stay for the night. And then a couple of local people are there with little shops preparing those very thick, not the rice bakri, but the thick millets or something bakri. Very thick and very yummy with pitla, so that was like perfect night rest with amazing sunset and the next morning sunrise views. So
amazing, I can visualize those. Alright, so I heard that you're researching on Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So what stories you have heard about him?
Yeah, so whenever I go to specific forts, and especially in the weekends when you meet other outdoor trekkers visiting those forts, they share some of the history of Maharashtra. You quickly come to know that he's actually a god in Maharashtra.
Absolutely.
People worship him.
Yeah.
And when putting then the pieces of the puzzle together, you quickly come to understand that he's a man of the people. He used to study for his people. I think he was inspired by a couple of gurus and also his mother, I heard. to actually stand up against these repetitive invasions from the northern sides, the Mughals, and then even the Europeans, the Portuguese, the British. So having actually a very small army and being a man of a small physical caliber, I think he was really somebody with enormous courage and a lot of strategic thinking to build these forts on almost inconquerable locations and stand up against like huge armies coming in from the north. And especially that he was doing this for the freedom of the people. I believe freedom is like a fundamental right of any human being on this planet. So that way, huge respect for this person.
All right. So, 3 qualities you have learned from Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. 3 qualities.
Yeah,
there are multiple, of course, but 3 qualities, the most.
Definitely, as I was saying, a people person is standing up for his own people, not like the more recent kind of leaders or politicians.
We will not get into that. All right.
Yeah. And then definitely, I mean, a very strategic person. I mean, the way sometimes I learned about certain battles in some forts where he just had a group of 200 loyal soldiers standing up against armies of 40,000 people. But those strategic thinking and bravery, not being scared, that would be a second one. And third one, of course, is the fact that he has left behind an enormous heritage. If you look at the Sahyadri, I think it's unique in the whole wide world. The beautiful nature with so many beautiful forts, so much history. But it's amazing when like you go from Chandraghat through deep jungles, you after the monsoon you push away the vegetation and then you see these 4th century old rock cut steps. That gives you a special feeling actually.
Very true. Your journey is incredible. As you have mentioned, your status on Instagram, I really adore it a lot. Die with memories, not dreams. Amazing.
That's correct. That basically means that life is short. So we're living in a very beautiful place and you better explore it. I would like to leave that message to the youngsters of the youth of Maharashtra, right? To really step into this history, visit this rich heritage. There are so many forts, enough to fill a lifetime, and learn about the man who actually stood up for today's freedom, actually not just waste time on social media, but really respect for the many lives and the bravery of our forefathers.
Very well said, Peter. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure being here. Thank you.